Hi, people. I have a bit of a sore throat. I'm a little bit sick, so it might sound weird. I have a cough drop in my mouth right now. It's just really sore. I can't swallow. But here's what I want to talk about today. Jimmy Kimmel did this bit on a show where he went out on the streets of New York, or whatever, I think it's New York, and he asked iPhone users what they think of the iPhone 5. And he handed them an iPhone 4, telling them it's an iPhone 5. He's like, here's an iPhone 5, what do you think about it? And then all the people were like, oh yeah, it's definitely much sturdier, and the screen is better, and it's faster, and it's, it gets my dick harder, all that kind of stuff, and they look really stupid, because they have an iPhone 4 in their pocket right now, and they're holding an iPhone 4, yet they see all these differences that aren't there. I had a good laugh out of it. It's funny. Those bits are on the Tonight Show all the time. They're pretty funny. It's funny to see people being stupid. But then, I saw it on, somebody posted it on Facebook, and I saw it. Then, the next couple of days, I saw it everywhere. It was on Facebook. It was on Reddit. It was on, people were tweeting it. And the comments are always like, Apple, not always, but, a lot of comments like, Apple users are so fucking stupid. Look how dumb these Apple users are. That's, serves them right for being so fucking dumb. Here's something for you guys who are saying that. You're fucking dumb. For a couple of reasons. The primary reason is there's this thing in television that they use, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called editing. And what editing is where they selectively pick scenes, and then they display those, and then they take other scenes, and they cut them out. So you can interview 100 people, and then find the 5 dumbest, and then make it look like those are the only 5 you interviewed. That's exactly what he did. And that's how those bits work. They do it all the time. They go out there and they're like, who won World War II? And nobody has any idea. I bet the average person you ask will know who won World War II. Yet, the average person on the streets of New York has no fucking idea what World War II even was. I mean, it's made for television, guys. It's entertainment. Not to be taken literally. Don't think for a second that if they didn't play that exact same gimmick on an Android user, it wouldn't be the same. They asked people what... there was another one about Google where they asked... It was something about browsers, and they said Google is the best browser. And they weren't talking about Chrome. They were just saying Google, like Google is the browser. Like, what's a browser? They don't know what a browser is. Most people I would ask would know exactly what a browser is. Not only that, but they'd actually know what browsers are their favorite and what browser sucks. But you can, ask a bunch of people and find the dumb ones. And then it looks like everybody's fucking oblivious. People, it's a television trick, man. Come on. Now, in the people's defense, I don't have my phone on me right now, but most people who have an iPhone have it in a case. And the case does add quite a bit of bulk. And if they have a screen protector on it, that does dull the display a little bit. For a month, I didn't have a case on my phone. My case broke. And I had no case for a while. I was waiting for one to ship. And I used my phone without a case, and I gotta tell you, it felt like I had a different phone. It felt lighter, it felt slicker, it looked better, but then I put a case back on it, and I understand why. So if you have a phone with a case you're used to, and somebody gives you an iPhone 4 without a case, I can see it would feel like a different phone. And when a guy comes up to you with a camera in your face and tells you here's an iPhone 5, what do you think? Why would the first thing come to your mind be to fact check? If you've never seen an iPhone 5 before, they look pretty similar. You wouldn't automatically assume that Jimmy Kimmel's a liar. I don't know. Bottom line is it's all editing. The 8 people they showed are obviously very stupid and we're oblivious to what the fuck is going on. But they're not going to show the ones people said, wait a minute, this is the iPhone 4. They're not going to show that on this bit. I'm sure there were plenty of that did that. Grow the fuck up, And the implication of this is iPhone users are stupid. And the other side of that coin is they take that one step further, is implied. If they were smarter, they would choose to be Android users. That's kind of what I hear out of that. Now I want to talk about this for a second. I'm going to use myself as an example. I used to be an Apple, zealot, an Apple cultist, if you will, a fanatic. I'd buy everything Apple did. I'd automatically buy anything Apple put out. I download everything they told me to download. I purchased other computers. I purchased the phone. I purchased the iPods. The only thing I don't have is an iPad. I think I've had probably every single iPod in history from the first on. The iPhone, I've had every iPhone up until now. I don't have a 5 yet, but I probably will get one sometime. Here's the thing. You probably see my Lion review. I was really upset about that. that was the first time ever that I've thought twice about giving Apple money. Now, is that because I'm stupid? Some of you idiots say, "Oh yeah, you're so stupid." No, it's not because I'm stupid. It's because Apple has never let me down, ever. It's trust and it's respect, and it's faith. I have faith in Apple to produce quality products, not just because they told me so, because I have many years of very happy memories of using Apple products. Years. All my money I've given to Apple has been money well spent, up until Lion. Which brings me to the flip side of that coin. Once I was upset. See, on Lion, in my opinion, Apple didn't meet expectations. They betrayed my faith in them, in Lion. And I immediately, backlashed. I'm not a mindless zombie. If Apple produces a bad product, I'll be the first one to tell them. Because, you know what? I don't give a shit who it's for. If I'm spending my money and they give me something bad, you're going to hear about it from me. And, I think there's plenty of Apple users that are like that. But not all of them hated Lion, like I did. And for the most part, Apple makes good products. So, if you give me 1 hour, one day, one work day, 8 hours with Windows, and say, write a bunch of suggestions about how to make Windows better. I have about 4 pages. If you did the same thing with Apple, I'd be hard pressed. I would be remove Launchpad, put the scrolling back to the way it was. I can't really help it. Its system's really well done. They don't do anything wrong for me to be stupid or smart. The point is, they've earned the faith they have. And this is an incredible thing. It almost elevates Apple to a level of a religion, where I don't need to see an iPhone 5 to know, in my heart, I know for a fact that the iPhone 5 is awesome, and it's sturdier, faster, stronger, brighter, and makes my dick harder, without even having to see it. I will, without a doubt, spend $500 on it, and not feel bad. And I know for a fact that it's going to be a great phone. Does that make me stupid? No, it doesn't make me stupid. It makes Apple brilliant. That it can garner so much goodwill among its fans that they just automatically know that anything it releases is amazing. That's a track record of just absolute success that you should respect. You shouldn't insult Apple users for that. Another thing, it's stupid people aren't attracted to Apple. Apple harvests them. You understand that? It uses superior products and superior marketing to harvest the stupid people. You ever heard that, a fool and his money are soon parted? Yeah, well, why are you guys bitching about stupid people buying Apple products? Why don't you just tell your Android friends to make better advertisements or better products? How about that? Apple harvests the stupid people and takes their money from them, and then in return gives them a really great product. What's contemptible about that? That's brilliant. And what kind of person in his right mind would say that an iPhone is a bad product? I mean, I can understand you can make a case for why Android's better. You can make a case for it, but in no universe could you say that iPhone is bad. It's fucking great. It looks great. It feels great. It acts great. I mean, what fucking planet do you got to come from to give an iPhone less than a 9 out of 10? You can't. You're a fucking idiot if you say so. You're demented. You lose all credibility if you say something so stupid. It's like saying that the color white isn't white. You're a fucking maniac. I mean, you can say that Android's better. You can say that Samsung is a better phone, and for a couple reasons, but to tell me the Apple products suck? Apple products don't suck, buddy. They're pricey, sure. They're expensive. They are not as customizable. Absolutely, they're not customizable. But are they bad? Fuck no, they're not bad. Everything Apple puts out is a fucking a explosion of money. They've changed the entire landscape of technology so many times now. How many years do you think every single laptop and monitor is going to be a Retina? How many years? 2 years? That every Samsung and Dell and Sony and everything's Retina? Well, Apple did it today, Apple made a touch phone, everybody made a touch phone. Apple made a tablet, Everybody made a tablet. Now, sure, there were tablets before Apple made one, but who the fuck knew? Nobody gave a shit until Apple did it. You know why? Because they did it right. They made a tablet with one fucking button that just is thin and awesome. They just went and fucking did it. And now everybody else has one telling me that the Androids are better? Come on. You know, maybe they're better for some things. I'm not anti-Android. See, I would never say that Android's a bad product. I err on the side of, moderation, Android's fine. I've seen them. They're great. They do cool things. You can have your Super Nintendo emulators on there. That's the coolest thing in the world. You can have all these custom apps. It's sweet. But you know what? Not as good. They're not as good. And people being stupid in the street for not understanding the difference between a 4 and a 5, they don't need to understand the difference to know that a 5 is better display, stronger, more sturdy. You know what's funny about that video, if you watch it again, it doesn't matter if Jimmy Kimmel hands them a 4 or a 5, because their statements are 100% accurate. Their statements are accurate. If he handed them an iPhone 5 and they said the exact same thing, obviously nobody would air it, because it's just like, well, they know the difference. But Apple delivered. Apple delivered on these people's fake expectations. These people had fabricated expectations. They gave them a phone and they hallucinated what they saw, and those hallucinations came true in the iPhone 5. How the fuck are you gonna tell Apple they're bad for this? It's incredible. This company has done what nobody else can do. They've elevated themselves to the level of a fucking deity. People worship Apple. They take their word for law. What other brand can have that kind of power over people and still deliver? Like Christianity? I mean, what other brand can be so powerful? I'm awestruck by how powerful brand Apple has become. And I'm proud to say they've almost never let me down. I can count the number of times on one hand. It's probably like Lion. And even then, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was annoyed, but I could fix everything they changed. How many times can I count how much I hate the interface of like Adobe, of Steam, of fucking Windows? I mean, no contest. Apple makes good products. People believe in Apple. People believe Apple makes good products, and so they don't need to touch an iPhone 5 to get their pre-order down. They don't need to touch it and go, oh, I wonder if it's any good. They know it's good. That's why it's sold out in a fucking hour. That's why at midnight, 1 a.m. it's sold out, because they make the best phones. That's all I wanted to say.